Hey guys, it's NNS here, and this will be the first ever episode for Prepare for Rome 2 Total War. In this new episode, in this new series, I'll be talking about the different factions that are available on day 1 of the release for Rome 2, and I'll be talking about the most likely multiplayer aspect of the game and of each faction. And the first ever episode will feature Rome, the faction of Rome. As they have announced, Rome will most likely be split into 3 sub-categories, namely the House of Julii, House of Brutii. Correct me if I'm saying this in the wrong way, because I'm not the best in Roman history. And lastly but not least, the House of Scipii, Brutii. Okay, I think I named it correctly, but that's not the important thing. The important thing is the how will the multiplayer be like. Most likely, this is just a prediction. It's not finalized yet. But because I've seen some of the gameplay for the single player campaign for Rome 2, and the faction, how they do the faction is like, if you select Rome, you can select 3 of these subclasses as well as, and for other factions such as the Carthaginians. They have also have 3 sub-factions that you'll be able to choose, at least for the single player campaign. So I'm guessing they will most likely do the same for the multiplayer, but that is not confirmed yet. But let's talk about how the unit types that you'll be able to see in Rome 2, most likely in the multiplayer. So for Rome 1, as you can see here, for the 3 houses, the 3 different sub-factions for Rome, they have the mostly all of them is the same, as I will show you in a bit, but they rely, as far as I know, the Roman army relied heavily on legionaries, as you can see over here. Peasants and town watch is pretty standard for every faction, I guess. Peasants are always peasants, and we can always use them as mid-chiefs. And yep, they have the standard Hastati. Alright, and the Triarii as well. These are pretty basic units for Rome 1. So hopefully we'll see them back again in Rome 2. Praetorian cohort, urban cohort, and Arcani. This unit seems pretty cool. It's like the ninjas of the past. I've seen some footage of Rome 1 with people using them. They're like these little stealth guys that roam around. Legionary first cohort. I think these are like their elite infantry for Rome, for the Roman army, as they cost a lot. We have Roman archers, Velites, like auxiliar, archer auxiliar. These are like the peasant unit, I guess. Wait, are they? 3, 6, 1. I guess they're a little bit better. Well, I guess they're alright. They're not peasants. Peasants are peasants. Incendiary pigs and war dogs. Roman cav, free standard. Legionary cav. That's the better cav. Alright, so these are the siege engines. So pretty standard for their army. They rely once again heavily on the legionaries. And it'll be fun to see if the I think the pigs and the dogs are gonna come back. The elephants are gonna come back most likely, but not for the Roman army, for the other factions. Once again, correct me if I made a lot of mistakes in this new series, because I'm still learning about the Roman history and Roman army, because I've never really touched on them. But since Rome 2 is coming, I thought I'd do a little bit of research. Alright, and now let's skip to the House of Brutii. Once again, I have no idea if I'm pronouncing it right. Oh, hold on. The difference that I saw between all these 3 sub-factions for Rome is they have an elite unit, like for the House of Julii, they have the Samnite Gladiators, which have pretty good stats. And they cost 720 denarii. can't seem to pronounce it right, I'm sorry. For the House of Brutii, they have the where is it? V-Light Gladiators, which cost 100 less and is slightly worse. 14, yeah, they are two attack lower, but they are 100 denarii cheaper. So these are the difference. This is the only unit that's different from the House of Julii, but they are green in color. So, but yeah, I think it depends on your personal preference. They still have all the stuff that's available, just that this unit is different. So I'm very interested to see how the multiplayer aspect is like. Hopefully it'll be something like that. I really don't hope it doesn't. I hope it doesn't. It is not like Shogun 2, where I guess why Shogun 2 might not seem as might not have as much unit variety as compared to, like, let's say Napoleon or Empire or even Rome, is because Shogun 2 just focuses on one country, so all the units are pretty much the same, except for some, like, if you play classic battles, some factions get the monks, some factions don't, but more or less they're the same, unless you're saying in Fall of the Samurai, they have different kinds of gun units, but they're still gun units. So I think there'll be a lot more unit variety in Rome 2, which is always good. People can come up with different tactics, not just find the best one, such as the infamous Lone Sword spam in Shogun 2, as well as the monk spam, Naginata Warrior monk spam. So last but not least, the House of Scipii. As usual, they have the same standard units, standard legionary units, but they have this Murmillo Gladiators, 2 attack less than the gladiators from House of Julii, and they cost 20 denarii less. So yeah, once again, the Akani, pretty cool unit. So yeah, this is kind of a short episode. This is just like a prediction for what you can see in the multiplayer aspect of the game. They have announced 9 factions, with one of the factions being a first day content release, and I'll be going through all 9 pretty soon. I've went through the first one today, which is Rome, and if you guys have any suggestion or feedback, or if I have made any mistakes, please feel free to point it out in the comments below. But this is just something I'll do to prepare us for the arrival of Rome 2, because I'm not as crazy as a single player guy. I mean, for Rome, for Total War games, I'm more of the multiplayer guy, so I'll focus more on that. I'll dedicate this channel more for that multiplayer aspect. And yeah, hope you guys enjoy, and feel free to ask any questions or point out any mistakes. Once again, this has been the first episode for Let's Prepare for Rome 2 Total War, and we've covered the potential units that are available for the faction and sub-factions for Rome. So I hope you guys enjoy, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Take care.